and welcome back to the I Show. I'm your host, I Ding, and today is the very first episode of my new therapeutic art mandala series. I've been wanting to create this series because for me, doing something that is calming and soothing is an integral part of my day in order to calm myself and to keep myself in a positive mind space. I really hope that you enjoy this, and comment below if you would like to see any other styles of art on this channel. So I have my journal ready here. I bought it recently from a local supermarket, and I am actually setting up my laptop to play some nice lo-fi music. So I also like to put essential oil on my hands. This helps to moisturize my hands as well as create a really nice aroma, which kind of sets the mood and keeps me focused. So here I've actually selected some Sharpies. I was gifted these Sharpies by my older sister a couple of years ago. They're really nice. I love the colors and they just make me so happy. And to do the initial tracing, I found that this plastic cup is the perfect size for my journal, as it's not too big. And then to create more details, I have this stencil which my girlfriend bought for me a couple of years ago. These are the items I use. You can choose whatever you want to use, but if you want a starting point, I find these simple items can create a perfectly good mandala. The first thing I do is I actually test my markers to see if the color bleeds. I've already tried, but as you can see, I just wanted to give you a little demonstration. And this is really important because when you do journaling, you'll find that if your markers bleed through the page, it will affect the ones beneath it and it will not have as nice of an effect overall in the long run. I like to do a little quick test, and if the markers had bled, I actually wouldn't have used Sharpies. I'm quite thankful that this book has quite thick pages. Let's begin the first mandala. I start by drawing a circle right in the middle, and this will help me gauge how much space I have on the top and below to continue my mandala. I'm not aiming to create something perfect, so if you notice, the cup is not exactly in the middle. This whole experience is supposed to be relaxing and de-stressing. I'm just kind of roughly gauging if my cup is somewhere on the top and somewhere on the bottom, and if it doesn't cross, I'm okay with that. I can live with that. I create these initial lines so that I can tell how much space I have for the full design, and once I have put these lines down in place and I'm satisfied with them, then I'm going to move on to use the smaller stencil set to create inner detail so that I can have more to color. In this design, I decided to start with one of the bigger stencil circles, and I went on to put it on the top and the bottom. My aim is not really to make it symmetrical, even though you can kind of see that on both sides I'm using the same size circle. However, as I continue to go along, you'll notice that it's not perfect, trust me. But the idea behind this is I want to create something that is pleasing to me and that makes me feel good. And so in this case, I kind of wanted to try to have as similar as possible designs on both sides, but as I show you here, one side has 5 circles, the other side has 5, and they're slightly up and they're slightly down. But it's okay. The point is to enjoy the experience and not to overthink it. So what I will continue to do is just add more detail here and there. And when you're creating your mandala, you don't have to stick to circles. I'm simply doing this because I am obsessed with circles, hence the circle stencils and the fact that I'm using a plastic cup. You can use whatever object you have around the house to create whatever small or big shapes you want to create in your mandala. And the idea is to do it in such a way that it is unique to you and that helps you to express how you're feeling at this point of time. So inside the mandala, one of the things I like to do is do additional details. So using another Sharpie, I am actually adding little curved lines to mimic the scales of a shell. When I'm finished, you'll actually see that I filled up one whole tiny space with all these little markings. Now, the thing is, I suppose I could have tried something else that is not curved, but I have already mentioned that I am obsessed over circles, and therefore anything that has curved or smooth lines is naturally the direction in which I will progress. However, you can fill your little sections with whatever you feel responds to you, and it will be fine. It is correct. Because the whole idea of this experience is to relax and just enjoy whatever process you're going through and whatever direction you are feeling that you want to glide into. For the rest of this video, I'm going to continue to do little designs. However, I'm going to stop speaking because I want this experience to be as if you and I are in the room together and we're just spending some quality time creating our individual mandalas. And so later on, you're going to see that I'll bring out some color pencils. If you're interested in using color pencils or crayons or pastels, by all means, you can continue to add on or subtract whatever materials you feel is necessary in creating your mandala. Also, I would like to mention that if after you have tried this, or even before you've tried this, you're feeling a little bit shy and hesitant about creating your own mandala from scratch, I am in the process of actually creating my own mandala coloring book, which will be available for sale. So if you're keen on getting something like that, do comment below so that I know to speed up the process. At the moment, there is no demand, so I'm pretty chill about it. So you can look forward to that if you don't really feel motivated to create your own mandala. And then hopefully in the future, I'll be seeing pictures on Instagram of you working on my mandala, because obviously if I create something for these kind of sessions, they're definitely going to be on, I think it's called the Creative Commons. You know, you can totally use it as you feel necessary, because I want this to be, you know, something that we all do together and we all grow together with. Alright, I'm gonna stop talking now. Please enjoy the real-time experience of me creating a mandala with you. Okay, so thank you so much for joining me for my very first episode. I really enjoy these quiet moments where I can share some of my little therapeutic art practices with you. And you know, if you would like to show me what you've created, comment online and you can comment on Instagram or post your creation up on Instagram, and it's faster for me to notice if it is on Instagram. So tag your pictures there, and if I see something really cool, I'm definitely going to post it on the next video in the end credits, as well as on my stories on Instagram. So as always, it has been your girl, I. May your days be magical. I will see you in the next time. Mwah. Bye bye.